Well, looks like I'm gonna boot up a little adventure game, huh? I'm concerned that there are challenges already. I have enough challenges in my life. Well, I do like hearing things. Didn't Armor Games just make a bunch of Flash games? Okay, I'm not. That doesn't make me that old.
2025 last night. A murder occurred in a remote part of this swamp. A small tourist attraction, deep within the heart of the marsh.
Hold on. A tourist attraction? Here?
That's just how it is sometimes.
I don't get it. Why would anyone come here by choice?
I've explained this already. This area is famous.
Famous? All I read was that some idiot thought they saw an alien here 100 years ago.
Get your facts straight for once.
I
We're
really
talking about a
hope there's
creature that's lived
aliens.
in the swamp for over 60 years.
Okay, so it's a 60-year-old alien. I still don't see what matters.
If it matters to anyone, it's you. That creature is our prime suspect.
The murder suspect?
That's right. This is no Loch Ness monster. You need to be taking this seriously.
No, look, come on. How am I supposed to arrest something that might not exist?
We've always enjoyed a challenge before. You can start by reading this.
Our case file? There's not a lot of it, is there?
As usual, we only know the bare essentials at this point.
Alright, so we have words. Got alliteration, alliteration. I'm gonna guess that that's not gonna be a claw in the end. It's gonna be something else. In the dead of winter's night. Or autumn's night, or spring's night. I mean, I don't know what season this is. Well, it's a beautiful photo. And moving on.
Our murder victim, Richard Remington, he was in charge of this, tourist attraction. Boggy's Bog? What a name.
Boggy is the name of our creature. Well, nowadays it is.
You mean that stupid cartoon character? I've heard of him. That thing is our murder suspect?
There's more to Boggy than the cartoon character, I promise you. This is the place it all began. You'll find out soon enough.
I guess we're just not allowed to have hat.
Your case file is in the top right.
Okay.
You can look at your clues and when you've collected. I'll stay and guard. Come back here and I'll help you.
Little walking man icon. Who's no? I mean, I can't take my own notes, I don't think. I think it's just, I think they just give me the notes. Okay, so it's all the same. It's all the same stuff over there. Yes, so you want me to click. I'm just seeing what is here and clickable. Actually, let's turn those off for now. Slide that off. I think that'll be okay.
That's where I need to go.
I mean, then that's why I clicked on it.
I can switch to walk mode with the button in the bottom right.
Oh my god, okay.
Oh, and if I'm feeling confident, I can turn off those sparkly hit icons in the options menu.
We'll get to you, little lady. We're just, kind of hunting around with our pixie pixels.
Wow, you didn't get lost yet.
No, I only just got here. Who are you?
You don't remember. Of course, you're not great at remembering. I should be offended, though.
I mean, we have an option that just insults them right here in the middle. This also is an insult, but it's a little classier than calling them weird. Let's go with 3.
I remember you, but I've been trying to forget.
Saw your hat blow through here already. You must be slow, if it wouldn't even wait for you.
Well, if you'll let me, I'd better go after it. You can wait here and behave.
You'll get lost. I would never forgive myself if I let you go through without the map.
You have a map of the swamp?
Not anymore. I'm giving it to you.
You should really stay here. It's dangerous. There's been a murder. Although I suppose you know all about it already?
They're saying it was the creature. But it
The
can't be
creature?
him. He doesn't seem like a killing sort of creature. Nope. He's a different sort of creature.
Are
Wait,
you...
what do you mean? If you... she disappeared. I might pretend I imagine her.
Are they dating the creature?
Is an opportunity for a photographic memento. The two characters are an explorer and Boggy himself. Are they... fighting?
They're hugging. It's a very friendly hug.
Just an odd old tree.
Well, I can...
The fence that seems to surround this entire area. It's an old statue of Boggy. His feet are hidden in a bucket of murky water. No clues, just mud.
Alright, that's probably everything we can click.
I still don't quite understand why we have a tourist attraction here. Don't forget to use walk mode to move around.
Oh my god, I'm looking at stuff, my dude.
Just my luck that it looks like I can move these metal latches around.
Oh hey,
I
a
should
puzzle.
just have to slide at least one of them out of the bottom of the lock. Then I'll be able to get through this gate. Probably.
Chain physics. I'm a fan of chain physics. I'll take chain physics any day of the week. No, that's probably not what the answer is. Anyway. So this right side is, can go that way, can go down, bottom, so down. What? Huh? Right.
Hey, nice. I might get one of these from my office.
Oh, okay.
This is the tourist attraction? The whole thing just doesn't make sense to me. Let's do some thinking. Drag any two stray thoughts into those slots at the bottom. And
Okay.
flip through the connecting statements in between to make a sentence. Tap the confirm button to try it out. I just have to focus my thoughts.
Focusing our thought.
And reach a conclusion. Boggy's Bog seems like the middle of nowhere.
Let's follow our detective's pessimism. Let's try out that one. That seems to fit in line with our detective's attitude.
The swamp is far too remote for the tourist attraction to make any money. It's really bugging me. What's the story behind this place?
Wait, was that what I was supposed to do?
It's a fork in the road. How non-linear. There's a hollow part of the tree right at the front, but it's too dark to see inside.
I'll click on more thing.
It's a fork in the...
Great. Thank you.
Apparently, there's a museum to the left and a cafe to the right.
Museum, cafe.
I'm not hungry, though. This place is putting me off food.
Okay. Let's make him go to the cafe anyway. He's a little burgle bump. What's on our map? No. Go to the cafe.
Apparently, there's a... Note to self. Those trees are more dense. It's like a forest back there. I should visit the crime scene before I do anything else.
Oh. You come in and you'd say, oh, it's non-linear, and then I can't go to the right.
I think
Great.
Officer James said...
Detective?
A rather prominent tree stump looming over the wooden pathway. It's hard to ignore. These flower petals seem a little out of place, lying on the ground over
They're
there.
really hitting their, like, Nightmare Before Christmas music thing here. Pretty hard.
These flower petals seem a...
There's a trail.
Looks like this path leads towards the north. I can't... Looks like this path...
Same thing. Alright, we got a 10.
I should visit the crime scene. I think Officer James...
Blah, blah, blah.
Looks like this path... I can't...
Okay. That's what we've got.
Rocks sitting in the water like stepping stones. If that was a natural occurrence, it's a very convenient one. There's a narrow path here leading up that hill and through the trees. It doesn't look inviting. I'm not sure it's part of the tourist attraction. That's the path that leads back past the protest and towards the crossroads. Rocks sitting in the water. If that was... This area is kind of empty.
Let's go up. Ah, the murder place, the murder zone, the death. Catwalk might be, yeah, that might be a good term. You could say that. Over all this? Catwalk over the bog?
What's this? There's a lockpick dropped amongst the weeds down here in the water.
Okay, puzzles.
I just have to work out which vine to break and tap that button. That's the one. But I wonder where this lockpick came from.
It's gooey. Okay, that's all the things we've seen before.
So, this is where they found... There are bizarre footprints with 3 toes leading up to the... and back down into those reeds by the water.
Well, what about the... I want to note the regular
back
footprint. Yeah, the other set.
There's an open window above Remington's body. One of the curtains is ripped and hanging on the outside. There's an open window, but one of the... I don't like... There are and back... I can't get in here without a key. And I don't feel like kicking the door down.
Didn't we just get a lockpick?
Maybe if I get desperate later on.
Is that in our inventory? I guess I can't just use the evidence willy-nilly. What a shame.
I can't... maybe... Aha, some suspects.
Yeah, I don't know what you expected, Flan.
Let's get this investigation started. All right, let's see. Another suspect for my notebook.
That's a little rude.
No, I'm sorry. Did I say that bit out loud?
Maybe not. Maybe I can hear your thoughts.
So would you be able to answer my questions before I asked you?
Would you be able to question my answers before I tell you?
I could try.
I'm Bobby Burl, professional cameraman. Pleased to meet you.
I'm Detective Grimoire. I'm here to investigate last night's murder.
What kind of last name is Grimoire?
Strange. Is that your first name?
Just a little too smarmy. Is it a little dad jokey, maybe, is what this is? I guess we'll go with number 2.
First name? What's a first name? So you already told me what you do, but now, why would a cameraman be working here?
I go where I'm needed. Vincent wanted to come to the swamp, and I was happy to help.
Vincent Vanderpeer? You mean that man standing on that rock over there?
That's right. I've worked with him for many years.
Is he your boss?
Oh, I don't know about that. We work together. He's tried to film here before, but he
They're
never
a
got
team.
permission until about a week ago.
Oh, really? But why did you want to come here in the first place?
If you're looking for a reason to write down in your notebook, I'm sure he can tell you if you ask him. I'm just the guy who carries around the camera.
You always carry that camera with you?
Most of the time.
Okay.
You were here yesterday, I presume? Last night?
Yes, I was.
Here, in this clearing?
No, I was over at the cafe getting something to eat. Richard Remington was there too.
Remington? You saw him last night? Just before the murder?
That's right, I saw him. He left the cafe looking rather ill. I offered to help, but he just wanted to go back to his office. He looked like he had a lot on his mind.
He was ill yesterday?
Perhaps it was something he ate.
Okay. Well, I mean, we have a lockpick. We might as well.
What is it? Some evidence from last night's murder? You should ask someone else. Try showing it to somebody different.
I'm just gonna click everything. You can't stop me, Flan.
A prolific cameraman with exceptional skills at carrying heavy equipment. Yes, do you have a message for me?
Do you have
no,
any distinct
I don't
facial
think
features?
so.
Then why are you here? I'm incredibly busy.
You're
don't
standing.
look it. Who are you, anyway?
What a question. You're serious? I am Vincent Van de Peer,
The famous movie director?
the artist, the visionary, the auteur. I'm a man of many talents.
Will be nice.
That is a very talented beard you've got, at least.
You're in my light. Could you take a few steps back, please?
But then I'd be too far away to talk to you.
I know.
Can anyone just walk in here and start filming?
Okay, interesting, interesting. Maybe it was... Officer James? I don't know. I don't really know who Officer James is. Richard Remington is dead. Maybe that's what we need.
Vincent Van de Peer only recently got permission from Richard Remington to film here in the swamp. I wonder if Mr. Van de Peer has been breaking rules. Or maybe he'll have an excuse.
Let's see if I have anything new. What if... I don't... That's not how math works.
The famous director, and my friend.
How nice.
That's great. What?
were you working yesterday? Here in the swamp, I mean?
Indeed, I was working. Very hard indeed. Well into the night.
Hard work, is it? Getting to know the swamp?
You jest. But yesterday I was getting even more involved than usual. Yes, difficult to comprehend, I know.
So what kind of work were you doing?
Well, I was, unable to find my faithful cameraman last night. He had hidden himself quite completely from view.
Bobby Burrow, right? Did you need him to film for you?
Always. But being a resourceful type of man, I stepped up and took on the responsibility myself. I was
No one
filming in
believes
this
it.
exact area, in fact.
You were filming? Last night? Here?
Yes, at the time of the murder, I believe. But wait, I know what you're thinking. Now, don't forget, I'm not here to shoot some experimental documentary. I have no interest in late-night surveillance footage.
Did you see anything at all? What is it you were filming?
The water. I was filming the water. It's a fascinating subject, one that has me captivated to the point where
So, you didn't see anything useful? Got excited there for a minute.
Nothing useful to you, my good detective. But there are some odd sounds on the audio track. Nothing
that's
but
nice.
wild animals going about their nighttime rituals, I'm sure.
Well, it's certainly something.
What's a famous guy like you doing in a place like this?
Quite. I'm sure you're thinking, why doesn't he send an assistant? But that's not the way this director works.
But what are you doing?
I'm feeling, I'm experiencing, I'm discovering. This
Is that so?
area, the history, the atmosphere. It's the perfect setting for my next film. I'm on a scouting mission to get to know this swamp before I begin work on the latest masterpiece in a string of masterpieces.
You're making a movie about Boggy? About the swamp creature?
Of course. He's a fascinating individual, isn't he? So mysterious.
No idea, I haven't met him yet. Is that your cameraman over there?
Yes, that's right. Bobby Burl, my faithful right-hand man. Well, faithful enough, you know.
No, I don't know.
He's an expert cameraman. Really knows his trade, of course. But he gets a bit muddled when it comes to priorities.
Like how? You mean he's lazy? He doesn't look lazy. He looks a bit scary.
Oh no, nothing of the sort. He just has a little hobby that sometimes distracts him from his work. But I wouldn't want anyone else shooting for me.
Is there something I should ask the cameraman?
I mean, you like the night sky, sure, but I don't know if that was. Is that what happened? I don't even remember that conversation.
Vincent Vanderpeer told me that Bobby Burrell was nowhere to be found last night. Simple enough. What was Mr. Burrell doing last night that meant he couldn't help out his boss?
Alright, we have something new. Certainly interesting, this whatever's happening. Times 4. What does that mean? Seven something.
I heard from Mr. Vanderpure over there that you were nowhere to be found last night.
Didn't I say I was at the cafe?
Yeah, you did. But your director needed you for some filming, and he couldn't find you. What were you doing that was so important?
Well, let's see. After I ate, I had a walk around the swamp. I didn't have my camera, so I was free to stretch my legs for once.
Where was your camera? Don't you carry it around with you all the time?
No,
Most
not
of
all
the
the
time.
time.
You left it with Vanderpure, and he used it instead that night.
That's right, he was looking after that camera. So I went for a late-night stroll. This place is beautiful in the evenings.
You just walked around? You didn't do anything? Didn't see anyone?
Well, I can't say that. I have various ways to pass the time, you know.
That's a pretty inappropriate way to pass the time, honestly.
Vanderpure said you had a hobby on the side.
Is that what he said? Well, yes, he's right. I brought 2 cameras with me when I came here. I left my video camera, yes, but I have another one. It's much smaller, and it only takes black and white photographs. You know the kind I mean?
A really old one?
Yes, I suppose so. I've always enjoyed traditional photography, and this place is a wonderful opportunity to take some pictures of a natural environment.
So, you were having some time off to take black and white photographs? For fun?
Only one photograph. You have to be disciplined when you're not using a digital camera.
Can I see it?
Of course. I took it near the woods at the back of the swamp. It's quite an interesting shot, but the light qualities weren't perfect. Here we are. Feel free to take a look.
Wait, what? This is a photo?
I haven't developed it yet. I only took it last night. Just brush the developing fluid over the photo to reveal the image.
Okay. That's fun. There's our boggy boy.
What? Is that Boggy? The swamp creature just standing in the water?
It could be. Personally, I'm not convinced, but I'll let you decide for yourself.
Alright, let's go back for a second here. Yeah, I think that'll do. Okay.
I heard this isn't the first time you've tried to film here.
Where? In the swamp? What are you talking about?
Let's try this one, because We're guessing.
Remington has denied you the filming permission in the past.
Oh, that. Nothing but the natural process of being in a profession like mine. Every situation simply requires the right approach before the gears start turning smoothly. You understand, I'm sure.
Why did Remington not want you filming here? And why did he change his mind?
It wasn't even up to him. This area is protected, you know. There are certain rules, certain regulations. I encounter this kind of thing all the time, really.
That doesn't explain why he changed his tune. It's a little suspicious.
Why would you say that?
A famous movie director suddenly gets his way.
Something like that.
I wonder how that happened. Time to use my notebook. Just drag an item onto the paper to draw the idea.
Like Blue's Clues. Something like that. I like the money way.
Right, that's the one. I think you bribed Remington to get the filming rights.
Well, bribe is a strong word. It was just a little arrangement between friends. Nothing worth getting upset about. I simply promised him a cut of my next movie's profits. It made sense, since he owned the area anyway. Just a favor for a favor.
So you would have owed him money.
Only a small percentage, simply out of courtesy. And not for a long time, either.
Alright, so we've done a magical challenge.
He's a talented man, that Burl. Sometimes I wonder if he'd be better off pursuing his photography full-time, you know?
It's certainly a question.
Now there's a man who could handle himself.
I'm not so sure.
Well, apart from yesterday. That was just a one-off, wasn't it?
For him, I
Never
think so,
again.
yes.
Oh look, a museum.
I don't think it's a window, but this hatch is shut at the moment. I can't see inside. This side of the museum is surrounded by blue and red flowers. I don't think it's a window. This side... That's the logo for Boggy's Bog. So, I'm guessing this museum... I hope they don't charge an entrance fee. There's less light back there. It's a stepping stone path that goes past the museum and into the woods. So glad I'm wearing my best shoes today. There's less light back there. Those trees are getting thicker and thicker.
Well, that's how we like them. We like them thick.
That museum is quite a nice, which makes it look... Is it being held up in wooden supports? It's bizarre. That museum... Wait, is it... The door's jammed unless I can get these brass handles out of the way. Seems like I can rotate them around, just until the gap in the middle is clear. That top hat guy would have so struggled with this one.
No, I doubt it.
Models of Boggy's Claws. Hold on. Something doesn't... I think I should try arranging these models into pairs. Something seems out of place.
mean, you kind of have claws for feet. I don't know what you would do with claws for hands. Is that what birds? I mean, you got like paws? Claws for paws. Well, we certainly arranged them.
Models of boggies. I think I should try something.
We do that in... Oh, 3. No? I mean, these are the pairs. Do not touch. I'm not really sure what this wants from me. We're gonna move on. Ooh, look at that little creature.
Huh. It's full of drawings and notes all about Boggy. It seems to be the centerpiece of the...
He's got these pretty little eyes. He's just a very, very cordial, dateable little guy. With funny claws. What, do you think I maybe match this picture with the others? I don't know how that helps me.
Some educational facts about swamps. Did you know swamps are gross? Yes? Yes, I did. It's a poster from the old Boggy cartoon show.
Alright, that's actually cute.
Apparently the museum was founded by the explorer many years ago, in a different location. It's only recently been moved here to be part of the tourist attraction. That might explain why it looks so out of place. This is a really cramped museum. Just one room, not worth the admission price. There's a little door in the wall here. I think it leads outside. It's locked though. Things in jar, unless the thing is marmalade.
I mean, I could go for some marmalade.
Books about Boggy and other mysterious creatures. I'll read them some other time. These are skulls? Oh, they're just models. Creepy models. Some education. Did you?
Alright. Quickly check that.
So,
Let me guess, you don't work here, do you? I wonder if that makes you the first tourist I've seen today.
you're incorrect, detective. I am no mere tourist.
How did you know I was a detective? Was it my stylish trench coat? My sensitive, inquisitive manner?
It was the clueless expression on your face.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's the one.
Right. That's it. You've done it now. What's your name?
I go by Folder. Agent Folder. What are you doing?
I like the last one. That one's the one that tickles me the most.
I'm writing in my diary. It's been a long day. So, if you're not a tourist, and you don't work here...
I am a scholar, an academic. I'm here to research the past and uncover the future.
So, you're visiting the museum. For fun.
Fun! Oh, there's nothing so simple as fun to be had here. I come to this museum night and day to study its secrets.
Ah, what kind of secrets? It's just a museum about Boggy, right? The swamp creature.
He's one of the most intriguing modern examples of cryptozoology. A fascinating combination of scientific
Oh, I
fact,
can see.
wild speculation.
Folder's a
I'm with you on the
pervert.
speculation front. Although, come to think of it, people have been hinting that I should find out about the history of this creature.
A wise suggestion. And you've come to the right person. My knowledge far exceeds anyone else you might have met so far.
So,
Yeah, maybe
well,
there's a profile that I show him
suppose I
of
get to
the
divulge some of my
Boggy.
findings with you. If you're in the mood for a little light reading, let me find it for you. Oh yeah, this'll do. Something for beginners at least.
We sure got photo.
Are you asking about the cartoon character? Because I have no interest in such childish matters.
no, I think I'm asking about the actual creature. What's the difference anyway?
Everything!
That's cute.
The man was a fool. That's all you need to know.
What? That's a strong reaction, guy.
This person is of no interest to me whatsoever. If I cared about that person, I would know everything I need to know already. Next time, only show me something if it's important. Let's make that a rule.
No. I'll show you everything.
So, Mr. Folder.
Agent Folder.
Yeah, were you here yesterday? What were you doing last night?
I was here, in the museum, going through my files one final time before disappearing into the night.
Don't museums usually close in the evenings?
They do. I've never been one to worry about other people's schedules. I come and go as I please. There's a key to every lock, Detective.
Oh, so you have the key to the museum?
Of course I don't. Why would you think that?
Well,
Once again, that clueless expression. I use a lockpick in getting through the small side door. I have a right to be here, you see. Remington has no business locking me out, so I don't let him.
You just admitted to breaking the law. If everyone did that, my job would be a lot easier.
It's not my best lockpick. This new one's cheap. I used to own one, a superior model. Unfortunately, I misplaced it in one of the darker corners of the swamp, so I don't...
I'm writing down your confession about sneaking around here at night.
Then what are you gonna do? Report me to Remington? Good luck, my friend.
I need to pick my questions carefully.
Let's see. Is this?
The lockpick I found near Remington's body might belong to Agent Folder. As far as I know, Agent Folder is experienced with lockpicks. I wonder if he's hiding something.
Alright. Simple enough.
Something you found on the floor? Come back when I'm not so busy, alright? An important piece of the puzzle. This journal is a key to unlocking the history of this place.
Wonderful.
I have a bone to pick with you.
Are you setting yourself up for a joke? Something about a lockpick?
Maybe. Who knows? Stop distracting me. I'm trying to interrogate you.
My apologies, go ahead.
So, what are we showing Folder now? Where did I find this again? found a lockpick at the scene of the crime.
Oh, apparently you did. Why does this concern me?
You already admitted to owning one of these, and how you're ever so happy to come and go as you please with it, am I right? Be honest.
Luckily for me, Detective, I was honest with you. I believe I have already explained that second lockpick before you even found it.
You lost your lockpick in the swamp and had to buy a new one.
That's right. I appreciate you finding it for me. However, I won't ask for it back. Apparently, it has since become some diabolical instrument in the art of murder.
Yeah, it's an important piece of
You
evidence.
called it art, huh? I don't really have much to do here. And then there's this case.
Models of... I think I should... Something...
And what we did before was we just did this and did that, and then that's what we have. We have pair. And yet it doesn't do anything that way.
I don't think these gloves are part of the exhibit.
Ah, okay.
It looks like someone tried to hide them here.
Well, yeah, if I put those on, I really wouldn't be able to do much of anything. The hooves are much more nimble.
Apparently, this is the exact hat worn by the explorers 60 years ago. It seems everyone is destined to lose a hat or two in this damn swamp.
I mean, you have such beautiful hair.
This is a I don't think it's a this side of the...
And deeper into the forest.
The rock path leading... The water's clear here. I can see my... Not bad. This staircase is a tree, and this place... It's like a little... This stair... And this...
Is our detective afraid of heights?
Someone please tell me why there's a house here. Well, the lights are on. Maybe somebody's home. I wouldn't be using this old rope bridge if I had a choice. I've seen the movies, I know what happens. It feels like I've stepped into nighttime. What happened to the sun? It feels... Someone please... Well...
I guess it's house time.
The latch is broken. Seems I can fix it with those 3 cogs if I just put them in the right place. Once they're on the right pins, I can move the handle at the bottom to try and open the door.
Okay, they gave me an extra gear.
This is like an oven? Or is it just a boiler? It's so old-fashioned it hurts my brain. The owner of this house seems to enjoy reading. Though, I'm not sure what else there is to do up here, actually. Check out that sunlight beaming through the window. It's so bright I should have brought my sunglasses.
Oh yeah, like the song, "The future's so bright I've gotta wear shades."
A little blanket on a little bed in a little house. It makes very little sense. I'm indoors. What a treat. I'm indoors. There's a whole load of needles and wool on that shelf. Or should I say yarn? I just don't know anymore. The tree comes straight through the middle of the house. It even has little drawers carved into it. Okay, even I'll admit, that's pretty cool. Check out that sunlight. I'm indoors.
Okay, I guess that's this room relatively exhausted.
You just walked straight into my house, did you?
Sorry, I would have rung the bell, but you don't have one.
Normally, I have methods for dealing with unwanted attention, but I can make exceptions for harmless idiots.
Do you get any attention up here?
Most of the time, people like to leave me alone. But I don't think you're going to, are you?
No. I could make an excuse and say it's my job to ask you about last night, but to be honest, I climbed all the way up here and I just like being indoors.
Well, if you insist on staying, I'll tell you. I'm Lady Weybridge, and I think you might be climbing up the wrong trees.
I'm Detective Grimoire, and I think I might agree with you. What do you do here? Did you work for Richard Remington?
I was living here before that man was even born. And I have absolutely nothing to do with him, or his little tourist attraction.
You're exaggerating. How long have you been here? Just in this treehouse? What do you do up here?
I've been here longer than anyone. Even longer than, well, anyone.
I like numbers.
60 years, something like that.
What have you been doing for that time? If you don't mind me asking.
I have many reasons to be here, but I won't bore you with all the details of my life.
I'm sure there's one detail worth writing down.
I like to study the plants and flowers in this area.
Okay.
I learned many things from them.
What about this little chemistry set you've got on your table?
I wouldn't call it a chemistry set, but if you bring me an object that has liquid on it, or inside it, I'll tell you what that liquid consists of.
Wow, how do you do that?
Chemistry.
Fair enough. It's cute is what it was.
Let's see. First thing we do is put the sample of liquid into the cauldron, then tap the faucet. And now, we just have to match the color of that liquid with these ingredients. Got it! Now I know what that liquid consists of. I'll write it down in my notes. Let's see. First thing we do, then tap the... And now, we just have to match...
Well, it's the same.
Got it! Now I know what that... I'll write it down in my notes.
I'm glad that there's only 3 possible elements just in existence.
Looks pretty similar to last time.
Your job is to ask me about what happened last night.
Do you even know what happened last night?
I know more than you might imagine.
Oh, that sounds useful. Can you tell me? What were you doing?
I was here, in my house, by myself.
It's
What
like every
else?
Friday night.
That's it.
Or every night.
Thanks.
For me?
Just give me a minute to write all this down.
Generous to call this a house, though.
I have nothing good to say about that man, so I won't say anything at all. I'm not even sure who that is. You should ask someone else. Show it to someone who doesn't live in a tree. If you bring me something with liquid on it, I might...
What about the
They're samples of flowers that grow in this area. 2 of them you don't see very much anymore. And 1 of them only grows around the museum.
We don't have any challenges as of yet, so we'll just... Yeah, I know, I didn't click everything every single time. Oh, hey, we found the cafe.
Predictably, a trash can. And I just can't resist taking a look inside. The glamorous life of a detective. My favorite part of the job. Maybe there's something underneath the trash in here. Hello, what's this? Just a piece of paper? Or something more sinister?
I mean, it's a cute drawing.
Are we really talking about a swamp creature here?
No. Don't think the weather has anything to do with it. Let's try this.
The costume design I
No, that
found
was
in the
not the
trash
sound.
can explains what the swamp creature was doing last night. I don't get it.
Okay, that wasn't it. There we go.
The costume design I found in the trash can explains what Burrow's black and white photo is showing me. My detective's intuition is kicking in. That black and white photograph. I'm not sure I'm looking at the real Boggy here.
Do
And
you
I
think
these designs I found in the trash can might be the answer? I'll ask around, see if anybody knows anything about this. Oh, and I should start looking for the costume itself. If I can find that, there'll be some pretty impressive evidence.
I have something for you.
Another gift already. Where are you keeping all this stuff? You don't even have pockets in that dress.
I don't need a pocket to carry a key.
What key?
I don't know. You could try it on any door you like. Although, I recommend you try it on the office door.
Remington's office?
Mm-hmm.
There's a little locked door on the side of the ship here. I think it's part of the cafe.
Well, I have a fancy key that won't work there, but...
The tables and chairs are made out of parts of a ship, I think. Grass, trees, nothing unusual. A shipwreck? In a swamp? Does that make any sense? And why is there a cafe growing out of the side?
growing.
There's a wooden path built right into the shipwreck. The rope bridge leads up through those trees. Do they expect tourists to climb up there? It looks dangerous. A shipwreck and grass. There's a wooden path built. The rope. Do they expect?
Ah, yes. I heard they were sending somebody over. So you're Detective Grimoire.
At your service. Well, kind of. You're a suspect too.
Of course, of course. Feel free to be as suspicious as you like. I won't be offended. You can call me Harper.
I'm always suspicious.
But I think you'll find the swamp to be your greatest challenge.
You mean this murder case? I'm sure I can handle it.
The swamp itself has a history that has captured many imaginations, for better or for worse. My advice to you, look to the past. It could be the way forward. You're going to ask me about what I was doing last night.
I was going to. Were you going to tell me anything?
I was working here at the cafe in the evening, and I had a couple customers. Eventually they all left and I looked up and went home.
Do you lock away everything at night?
Not everything, just the storeroom over there.
You mean that little door on the side of the ship?
Yeah, I think they could lock
I leave the chairs.
a person in there if they wanted. That's true.
Lifting things like that is not a job for an old man.
Don't you have
I
anyone
don't think
to
they
help you?
did, but
Mr.
you know.
Remington liked to keep us down to
You
his
wanna say that?
skeleton stuff. There simply aren't many people who would choose to work in a place like this.
A skeleton staff? Well, that's convenient for him since...
Don't make that joke. I won't laugh.
I think I like Harper.
So, you sit in this boat all day and sell food to people? To tourists, I guess?
Not just the tourists, but the employees too. To anyone who is hungry or thirsty. I know everyone's favorite foods.
What are they? Oh, and is this a real shipwreck? How did it get here?
I can't expose all the secrets of the swamp. I don't want to spoil your fun.
Is there a secret to this shipwreck?
No.
You just spoiled my fun.
You'll find out there are some secrets worth keeping when you've worked here as long as I have.
Well, how long is that?
I've worked in the swamp almost as long as Mr. Remington. We knew each other for a long time.
Really? So what was his favorite food?
Mr. Remington enjoyed a specialty only I can make. The bog dog. He ate one nearly every day. A real creature of habit, that one.
It looks like a hot dog.
It's similar, but I'm afraid I have to disappoint you. I'm not serving them today.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yesterday I found this strange green powder in my entire supply.
Guess I'm out of luck today. Well, thanks for the information. You've been a real big help.
Wait, take this with you. If you get thirsty, it's the most popular drink in Boggy's Bog. Swamp juice. Try it.
It looks like... Well, I'll try some later on.
You're in luck. That's my last bottle. A lot of swamp juice has been disappearing from my stock recently.
There's a lot. This guy has a lot of things that go ding.
Did something strange happen at the cafe yesterday? Bobby Burl left the cafe feeling ill after Hopper sold him a bog dog. I think that's pretty close.
Look, we're not there yet.
Bobby Burl left the cafe feeling ill after Hopper sold him some swamp juice. Oh, that doesn't... Why did Remington rush back to his office?
I'm a little confused, a little stunned. Bobby Burl left the cafe feeling ill after Hopper's Cafe sold him a bog dog. What is that supposed to mean? Really?
Bobby Burl left the cafe feeling ill after
Richard
A bit of a
Remington was
stretch.
fired from their job. I don't get it. Bobby Burl left the cafe feeling ill after Hopper's Cafe sold him some swamp juice. No. Was Remington served some strange food? Richard Remington visited the cafe
there we go.
after Hopper sold him a bog dog. I think Richard Remington visited the cafe after Hopper's Cafe sold him a bog dog. Oh, that. Richard Remington left the cafe feeling ill after Hopper sold him a bog dog. Hopper is basically in charge of all the food and drink here in Boggy's Bog. I'll have to ask him about this.
But let's do
Someone
this
made a
first.
costume to look like the creature. They must have known it would get a reaction for sure. But I wonder if they planned things to go this far.
When you're finished theorizing, I was going to show you these sketches I found in a trash can right next to your cafe.
It does seem like someone was designing a costume. A disguise, perhaps.
I don't know.
Try to think why somebody would do such a thing.
I don't know.
What could they achieve with it?
I don't know.
Not yet.
The detective seems a little panicked.
I was told Remington left the cafe looking ill last night. Since you seem to be completely in charge of all the food and drink around here, I'm afraid this is something I can't ignore.
He was an old man. His health wasn't perfect. But I'm not arguing with you. I think it is suspicious. What do you think caused it?
What do I think caused it? A bog dog he ate at the cafe gave him food poisoning.
I keep all my food locked in a storeroom when I'm not here. You think he was poisoned?
I think he was poisoned.
Poisoned by me?
You left the food stocks outside the storeroom. Let's think about this one again.
I mean, the process of... I'm allowed to be wrong. You can't judge me that harshly.
I was told, since you seem to be complete,
He wasn't old. His health, but I think... What?
What do I think? A bog dog he...
I keep... You think he was
I think he was...
poisoned by
The storeroom was broken into with a lockpick.
a lockpick? I've never encountered a problem like this before. But since last night, am I in a position to doubt a claim like that?
Somebody knew that Remington would eat a bog dog. He ate one every day, right?
Do you suppose this explains the missing bottles of swamp juice as well? I can't help you with that one. Sorry. Why don't you show that... I don't know what to say.
Well, look at that.
I'm not going to worry about how frail that wooden path looks. Nope. There aren't many clues, but I don't think so. There aren't many clues, but I don't think. It's a humble gift. Brightly colored boggy baseball caps. Is there something behind them? What on earth? It's some kind of roughly made costume head. There's a strange piece of red fat. 2 clues for the price of 1, I guess. Bonky dolls, bonky toys, bonky postcards. Yeah, this stuff isn't half bad. Bonky doll. Well, I wouldn't wear it. Maybe to sleep in, you know, not outside. A boggy's bog mug. Maybe I'll get one and surprise Officer James for Christmas. It's a map of the swamp. Mine seems a little older than this one, though. It's a photo of the swamp entrance. Or it could be a painting. There's really no way to tell, you know? It's a framed drawing of Boggy.
Huh.
What a shame, it's not even signed. Bonky dolls, bonky toys, bonky postcards. Yeah, this stuff isn't half bad. Bonky doll. Bonky doll. It's a humble gift shop.
I wanted to talk to the little lady.
Sorry to interrupt. I can see that you're, hard at work.
You weren't here yesterday.
Did you miss me?
You're the detective, right?
I'm a detective.
So, that was your head I saw blowing through here.
You spotted it too.
If you're good at your job, you may have realized that it's kind of dead around here. So, I generally notice magical floating detective hats. Oh, and don't worry, you'll look better without it.
How do you know?
These animations are, this lady has
a good imagination.
a horny vibe.
When you have a moment free from your busy schedule, I need to ask you about last night.
I know, but it won't help. I worked here during the day, then left my gift shop and went home in the evening, same as every day.
You just leave your gift shop here when you go?
No, I put it in my pocket.
Yeah, seriously though, as much as I appreciate sarcasm, I think I'd get in trouble if I wrote something like that down in my notes.
Well, look, you've noticed the gift shop has wheels and you're thinking, oh, she's pretty lazy to leave it lying around. But if you want to try pushing this thing through the swamp, be my guest. And I can't lock it up, so I just leave it here overnight. Nobody's ever stolen any of this lousy merchandise anyway. I even left my spare clothes here when I went home last night.
You left them here? By the gift shop?
Yeah, it's no big deal. They were all still here this morning. Kind of.
Kind of?
I think someone played a stupid joke, and my spare black leggings were covered in some disgusting swamp slime when I found them in the bag this morning. If you're going to take my clothes and mess them up, then just keep them. I don't want them back. You know what I mean?
I absolutely do.
Well, you know, free leggings. It's a first date gift.
I didn't expect to see someone your age working in a place like this. But then again, I didn't expect there to be a place like this in a place like this.
I only started working here this year anyway. It's temporary. Just running the gift shop to earn a little extra money. Don't ask how I ended up here.
I'll save that question for a different day. You don't seem at home here exactly.
I hate it. This place is disgusting.
Come on, you don't think it's kind of beautiful?
You would say that. You only just got here. You'll get sick of it.
If I wasn't here, I'd be stuck in my office doing paperwork.
At least at your office, you don't have to bring spare clothes every day. It's impossible to leave this place without being covered in dirt.
Challenge accepted. I have a theory that the murderer was wearing a costume, a homemade outfit designed to look like the swamp creature.
I've never seen anything so ridiculous. You've never seen me in that.
I know it's not exactly the latest fashion, but...
No, you'd never see me in that. It would cover me up entirely.
That's the point of a disguise?
Look, detective. When you have legs like mine, you don't want to be wearing disguises.
Is that why you always wear those black leggings?
You've only just met me and you're making assumptions about what I always wear?
Yes.
Making assumptions is the fun part of being a detective.
No, you're right. I always wear these. That is not something from my gift shop. I've never seen it before. He made sure I always got paid, so I can't say anything bad about him.
Fair enough.
He won't hear you.
You should have more respect for the dead.
I know.
I think the cartoon character is kind of dumb.
What about the real creature?
I've never met him.
Me neither.
Okay. Okay. I'll take it.
Is that one of the other suspects? They're more suspicious than me. Let's agree on that. Is that your new friend? Sweet.
We've gone around in a big circle.
I don't know everything, I'm afraid. I don't know what to say. That's the same fabric from Mr. Remington's curtains.
We've got goo to analyze.
Let's see. First thing we do, then tap the... And now, we just have to... Got it! Now I know. I'll write it down and... This was the... Let's see. First thing, then tap the... And now, we just... Got it! Now I know. I'll write it down. What's going on? That was definitely the same as the other tests. I found these designs for a boggy costume. Do you know anything about them?
You're asking me because you can tell I'm experienced with needlecraft and sew my own clothes?
No, but that's a good reason. Let's go with that.
Well, these designs look like they should have stayed where they were.
In the trash?
On paper.
Oh, how come?
Whoever drew them didn't really know what they were doing.
You would have done it differently?
Of course. I am a seamstress. There was a time when I considered sewing my craft. My livelihood.
Really?
When Richard Remington arrived in the swamp years ago, I offered him some of my handmade fabric as a peace offering. I
Oh.
don't think he cared much for it. Most likely he threw it away. A pointless gift from some strange woman. You can put that away. I can't help you with it.
Oh, that's a shame. I thought it was but whatever.
No, thank you.
Aha! The great detective returns. Did you run out of ideas? Need a little push in the right direction?
That's a threat. I appreciate threatening this child.
You're the one who needs a little push.
Like it or not, I'm here to help you.
I get it. You give me a map, then you magically disappear and hide behind a tree for an hour. You want me to be impressed?
Did you talk to all the suspects yet?
I'm working on it. You can't rush these things, you know?
Have you noticed?
It's a 3x3 grid. There's
I
9.
noticed that this is going to take longer than I originally planned, and I'm getting the feeling that I wasn't wrong about this tourist attraction.
What do you mean?
I had a hard time believing there could be a place like this here in a dark corner of a swamp. It didn't make sense, and it still doesn't.
Some things don't make sense straight away. You need to look a little closer.
At what? The mud? The water? The trees?
Nope. They've been here for years, and they're not to blame. They belong here.
She's gone again. Hiding in a bush, no doubt. I wonder if she'll ever tell me something I can actually understand.
No.
So,
I found these designs for a boggy costume.
oh, some ridiculous new merchandise for tourists to waste their money on.
No, I believe the murderer was dressed like this last night when they attacked Remington.
If they were trying to scare him out of the swamp, they should have spent more time making an accurate design.
What do you mean?
Well, this design is some bizarre hybrid between the real creature and the cartoon character. It simply hasn't been researched properly.
What's wrong with it?
Well, those flippers? Pure guesswork. Nothing but foolish imagination. Nobody knows what Boggy's feet look like.
If you say so.
No footprint has ever been recorded.
So tell me, Special Agent Folder, how would you do a better job researching it if nothing has ever been recorded?
Oh, well, that's, I mean, it's all a matter of taking the time to... It's just that... But there's no way anyone would believe... Nothing but foolishness.
Okay.
I have no interest in something like that. Obviously. You're wasting your precious time.
Let's bounce.
I found these designs for a costume, a boggy costume.
Aha, the legendary swamp creature.
Yeah, that's the one.
But these are just a child's drawings, are they not?
You think?
Perhaps. It's difficult to tell. That's great. I'm sorry I have not seen that before. What is it? Some evidence from last night's murder?
What can you tell me about these designs for a boggy costume?
Nothing whatsoever.
You're sure you didn't see anything like this while you were filming yesterday? Wait, hold on a minute. What if
Don't you dare ask.
This costume isn't your doing, is it? Made for your movie, I mean?
My friend, there will be no costumed idiots within the viewfinder of my camera.
I like a
can assure
costumed
you
idiot.
that.
What about your boggy movie? Isn't that gonna be, like, a guy in a costume, or a puppet, or one of those weird robot things?
Technology has been kind to people like me. We no longer have any need for such tomfoolery. I can create a perfectly believable swamp creature within the confines of a computer.
Yeah, I agree. He might be the perfectly believable swamp creature. No, I'm not saying he wore the costume. I'm just saying he's unattractive.
Even though I have the key, this might not be as simple as I'd hoped. This door has 2 keyholes. So, which key should I use in each one? Remington's desk is covered in drawings and maps and notes. It's all about Boggy. An ink bottle was spilled into his work. I'm sure he didn't do that on purpose. Yeesh, it's a bit of a mess. Perhaps there's something underneath those drawings. It's a note addressed to Richard Remington. The handwriting is immaculate. Richard, our man of the world. A little help is in order. We're worried that the efforts
I'm
regarding our
fascinated.
elusive little friend. Send word when you can. The letter is signed FF. And attached is a blurry little picture. It's some kind of metallic insect. The whole thing is a mystery. I have no idea. Vincent Vanderpeer's business card. There's a couple of numbers scribbled on the back. It's a letter Remington was before some. My dear fellow, I received your note 2 weeks ago, but have only recently found the time to do. I feel like my time in this awful swamp might all due to the simple realization. The rest of. It's a letter Remington before my. But I. There's a map of the swamp. It's been. There's a map of the swamp. It's been.
It's not familiar to me. I don't know if you know anyone with that voice.
These animals. They're all. They're not. I don't recognize any of them. Hunting memorabilia. Claws, teeth. It would be an impressive collection if it wasn't so disturbing. It's a sharp metal poker for a fireplace, hidden in the shadows. Something about those 3 prongs. I feel like I just stumbled across an incredibly important piece of evidence.
Oh, it's a murder weapon. Well, it's got juice on it.
This is the creepy. Photos and paintings line, but one of the frames is empty. Wait a second. This photo is ripped, but it looks important. If I can piece it together again, maybe it'll reveal a secret.
Well, that's a photo.
Photograph. And it's a young Remington. And some other men I don't know. They're all holding rifles. Maybe I can ask Harper about it. I don't know what's in that jar, and I wish it wasn't in there. I'm gonna stop looking at it now. The open window looks over the wooden planks outside. Oh, and on one side, a part of the curtain has been ripped off.
It's that curtain indeed. That same curtain.
The open window. An old hunting rifle, discarded carelessly near the window. This isn't the kind of thing I can ignore. Have I uncovered a secret in here? The hunting photo is historical evidence that Richard Remington belonged to a secret society. I'm getting a strong feeling that Remington might be the bad guy in this story. If
Well,
he
he's a
wasn't
dead
already
bad
dead,
guy.
I would have loved to ask him a couple of questions. I should ask around, see if I can gather any information about his motives for being here. This is the creepiest.
Off we go.
So, you saw Remington last night, but had you met him before? Did you know him?
I've never really spoken with him, but we've come into contact a few times. Vincent likes to handle that kind of work, and I like to let him.
What do you think of this place? The tourist attraction, I mean.
I can't say I like the idea of a natural area like this becoming commercialized.
I know! I just can't understand why anyone would even try.
I think Mr. Remington had his reasons. He looked like a man with a couple of secrets.
Like what?
I have no idea. If I knew, they wouldn't be secrets.
I like this guy too.
I suppose you've met with our murder victim, Richard Remington.
Yes, I've been in and out of this place for a while now. Naturally, I've crossed paths with Remington a number of times. Good value, that one. A real raconteur, you know.
You liked him? So far, I'm getting the impression he wasn't the most popular guy.
Fast friends.
Well, that much is clear, isn't it? The man obviously slipped up somewhere, made an enemy or two, and bam, that's that. You just can't be too careful, can
Those
you?
words?
Yeah, I think he did have an enemy or two.
D-
Or three. But
Is those
you're right.
words behind it?
I respected him.
Hold on a second.
Head on his shoulders. Good business sense, that man. He understood
those
how to make
words?
things work for him.
Oh god, there's words floating here. Hello? Oh god, that's a chat. Wait, why do words just float? Well, I guess the voices are text now. Hi, welcome to the chat. That confuses me. Welcome to whatever is what's I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I've just been playing this little adventure game for a bit, and question mark guy. Okay. Yeah, thanks for stopping. I'm so confused. How long did I leave you hanging there? I mean, how long were these words here? Anyway. While I wait to figure that mystery out, Apparently 2 minutes, well, sorry about that. I'm not used to mysterious words floating over me. It's the first time that's happened. At least, the first time where it's been of any kind of note. I don't even know what to do. Not about the words, about what I'm supposed to talk to everybody. Oh, now I'm terrified. Not new person.
You've arrived at a bad time, my friend. For once, they don't actually want tourists walking around this place.
I always arrive at a bad time. It's what I do. I'm a detective, not a tourist.
He has beautiful hair.
It's
Everyone
just,
does.
You have the same wide-eyed expression as the kids that come here. Running around, spending their parents' money, you know.
Well, it's not every day I visit a swamp full of such unique specimens.
It's no problem. You're just thinking what we all thought when we arrived for the first time.
Why didn't they put in a bathroom?
No, you're thinking, this place is beautiful. What a lucky man I am to be here.
I am I? Well, if you say so.
Edward Everstone, at your service.
That's a pretty cool name.
This guy comes in at the last minute.
Don't need to.
We're
Everyone
in
just
the
calls me Echo.
final stretch of this game and we get one final boy.
Why? Because it gives you an elevated sense of purpose?
What? No. Because I always come back. Again and again. Until my job is done.
Like, back from the dead? Be pretty
You
impressed.
come here every day.
Yes, I do.
Well, I'm only going to ask you about one of those days. What were you doing yesterday evening?
I was here at my protest spot until fairly late. Then I went to get something to eat at Harper's Cafe before I...
Wait, you ate at the cafe here? Doesn't supporting the tourist attraction like that kind of go against your protest?
Well, where else is he gonna
Has to
eat?
Doesn't he? I don't think the meager contributions of one person are going to keep this place afloat. Especially now.
And your...
Well, I would never eat you, Flaw.
Doesn't it get cold at night?
Well, I came prepared, of course. I usually find myself...
Yes, I am very kind
layers
that
to
way.
wear. Most of this bulk is padding, I promise you.
I'm sure it is. So you stayed here the whole night?
That's right. And I admit I may have heard some stranger than usual sounds floating around the swamp last night.
What kind of sounds?
It's impossible to say. This place fills with the most terrifying sounds at night. Hundreds of animals, some tiny, some much larger, awaken and make their own protests. Every night until the sun rises in the morning.
Insects make noises at night. Okay, I've written it down.
I guess that's one way to put it.
What can you tell me about these designs for a costume? A Boggy costume.
It's Boggy! I admit, I've been a fan of his...
I didn't really expect him to be that excited.
A fan? So you're interested in cryptozoology?
Oh, no, I meant, well, Boggy has been in all kinds of cartoons and comic strips. He's one of the greatest characters of the last 100 years. I've got some comics in my tent. You really should see.
He was only discovered 60 years ago.
Oh, that's true. Well, I rounded up.
But what about his costume? Have you
Well, is
seen anyone
that
wearing
supposed to be
I
suspicious?
can honestly say I've never seen
It's
anyone
weird.
wearing anything like that. And I'm a very observant person.
it? You're protesting, right?
I certainly am. And
I'm
now
protesting
here
too.
I'm getting you involved.
What is that?
Oh, wait, no, I didn't actually
haven't got time
mean
to hold up something
that.
For you. I'm sorry.
You simply have to hear my message and take it with you.
Go ahead. I'm all ears. Plus, I have a little notebook.
What was the first thing you felt when you saw the sign for Boggy's Bog looming over you?
Well, I
Dread.
thought
Not
was
thought, felt.
I
Dread.
felt, well,
I mean, I feel a lot of
something
dread
wrong.
all the time.
There wouldn't be a tourist attraction in the middle of a swamp like this. There shouldn't be.
My job is done. Clearly your brain is working perfectly, Detective.
So you're against the tourist attraction? Yeah, let's see. Your groundless area was kept as a natural habitat, right?
Right again. And that precise word, habitat. First and foremost, I'm protesting for animal rights.
Well, okay, I'm following you, but it's not like they're...
No, don't follow this guy.
like that, right?
It's kind of like
All
stalking.
animals deserve the right to live in peace, and I promise you, on a normal day, this place is far from peaceful.
Are you talking about the swamp creature? About Boggy?
A creature like that. He's earned the right to be left alone. We're fools to invite ourselves into his home like this on a daily basis, assuming he's not going to mind. Assuming he'll keep to himself and let us walk around with his face on our t-shirts.
Well, I agree. I think he should be left alone. But like you said, he can probably handle himself. And if no one has even seen him in 60 years, I don't really see the problem.
Unlike you, Detective, I never had an academic calling in life. I was never even a talented artist or musician or anything. So instead, I made the decision to stand up for those who were getting a raw deal.
I don't really
what did
want
Mr.
him to
Remington
be
think of you?
guilty.
I mean,
If we have a
protesting
last-minute
swamp
villain,
thing.
that's
It wasn't
not a
his
fan of
swamp.
that.
If he ever truly thought it was, then he was even more of a fool than he seemed.
But he didn't like you hanging around, right?
That man was exceptionally skilled at ignoring me, ignoring anything he didn't like.
So, what, he just left you alone?
He expected me to get bored and go home. He figured I'd get sick of this place and he'd have it back to himself.
But he didn't want it to himself, did he? He wanted lots of people to come visit all the time, surely.
I'm sure it says that in the brochure.
Fun.
Yes.
I don't know the answer to that, Flan. Let's threaten to shoot this man with a hunting
Somebody
rifle.
else.
Just 'cause I could.
No thanks, my friend.
Alright, I guess I don't really have anything to say to this guy right now.
These flower petals...
What direction have they been moving in? Nope, that's the wrong way.
You again. Ready with some cryptic advice, no doubt?
They look shocked.
Let them take him.
Ooh, the murderer? That's my job. I gotta make sure that they...
No, the creature. Don't take him away. This place is his home.
Oh, Boggy. Hey, don't worry. I didn't really believe he could be, responsible for this mess.
You didn't?
Well, no.
No. Very confident.
I don't believe he could ever hurt anyone.
So, he won't get in trouble? You won't have to leave?
Well, he's been out here for what, 60 years, hasn't he? And stayed out of trouble for that long. I have a feeling some detective isn't going to change all that in one day.
Well, in that case, he says... Thank you.
Oh. She could have given me $1. Moving on.
It's a humble gift shop wagon.
No, I'm trying to talk to the little lady in front of the gift shop, not the... I want to talk to the gift
Tell me
shop.
about your relationship with Richard Remington.
I didn't have one. I think I spoke to him twice, ever. He usually seemed really busy, but more like preoccupied.
Preoccupied? Like he was thinking about something else? Something that wasn't this tourist attraction?
Who can say? What
A
do
mystery.
people think about?
What? Are you implying that I know the answer to that?
Oh, we have to talk to Harper. Am I going the right way? Am I going the wrong way? Nope. Want to go this way.
You said you knew Remington?
He and I knew each other for a long time. I came to work at his tourist attraction in the early days, when he needed help.
Well, what kept you here?
That man's head and hat are the same thing.
Like this. I actually like it here, so I was happy to oblige.
You might like it, but I still don't see why anyone would build a tourist attraction here.
Mr. Remington has his reasons. He probably had several. I don't presume to know what they all were. Even though we were friends, he had some secrets, some hobbies.
Well, the background got dark.
But I was happy to let him keep secret.
Secrets? Hobbies? A secret hobby?
He was a man with a dream. I can tell you that much. One of Mr. Remington's secrets. I never wanted to know the details, but these men travel the world, seeking mysterious animals to hunt. They consider myths
I'm gonna have
and
to talk to
legends
Folder.
be the ultimate prey.
I don't want to talk to Folder. Not my idea of a good time.
That's Mr. Remington's old hunting rifle. He usually keeps it around. For whatever reason. He was very fond of that thing. Looks like it was fired recently.
Know anything about this fireplace
Mr.
poker?
Remington's fireplace poker. This slime on the handle.
Alright, I have to go examine
For
slime.
some reason.
Well, let's do that. Yeah, I examine slime probably more often in my life than I need to.
Let's see. First thing we do is put this and tap the faucet. And now we got it. Now I'll write it down in the swamp slime. It's all the same. It's the exact same
who would have
liquid.
thought?
There's something about that green slime.
Let's see. Magic powers belong to Boggy. Blah 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 blah. Proof that, only reason that. This is wrong, but I'm just going to put it down for a minute.
The fireplace poker is proof that the black leggings are covered in the same swamp slime. I think that's pretty close. That slime keeps showing up in different places. The fireplace poker...
Is that a good noise? Is that the noise of success?
...are covered in the same swamp slime. Sally's leggings. They link her with the crime scene.
Oh, great.
You've been here so long, you must have crossed paths with Remington a few times. What did you think of him?
That man was a threat to the swamp. We'll be better off without him. Hopefully the curtain will fall on his little tourist attraction as well.
Better
and
off.
His little dog,
Is
too.
there a killer on the loose now?
There have been murderers loose in the swamp before.
What are you talking about?
In my time here, I've seen the swamp invaded by men. By hunters. Several times. They're relentless.
What were they hunting? Wait, what about Boggy? Is that why no one has seen him in 60 years?
They always fell short of their ultimate goal.
Is
That
Boggy a
was when
ghost?
they came back again and again, doing more harm each time.
But this area is protected by law, right?
It is now, but some men have no respect for laws, of any kind. They tried to get me to leave my home. I stood my ground.
Sometimes you talk to
Obviously.
people and it
But
dings
this whole area is a tourist attraction.
incessantly.
I doubt Remington would have allowed anyone to march into Boggy's bog with a gun and start hunting down his main attraction.
Yeah, I know the dings are good. The dings are helpful. Do you have anything? Why do I have a boggy?
You can put that away. You should ask someone.
Alright, let's go talk to our gift shop girl again. Step 1, get lost.
What?
The black leggings you found in your bag this morning. They're covered in the same slime that was on the murder weapon.
Everything in this swamp is covered in slime. What's your angle, Grimoire?
Your black leggings were part of the murderer's costume.
Costume? Is
Yeah,
that
a
why
costume.
someone took them out of my bag last night?
Well, you know, I don't have proof someone else took them.
If I had been wearing them when I committed a crime, do you think I would hand them over to a detective the second he shows up? Besides, look at them.
I mean, you
What
could
do
be
you
playing
notice?
6D chess.
They're loose and stretched.
That's right, someone else. Someone larger than me has worn these. They're stretched out, especially at the waist. It's pretty obvious.
So, let's see. Somebody stole them to use in their boggy costume, and then put them back in your bag when they were done?
If you say so. It's not my job to know all the details. It's my job to sell souvenirs. Do you want a souvenir?
Oh, my, yes, but only if you choose one for me.
You look
Why?
like you could use something to wind up. You can take this one.
I don't like this. I don't like this toy. I don't. Want no part of that toy. Okay, so we've done that. Museum, that's right. I wanted to go to the museum. No, 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 not you. Wait.
So,
What can you tell me about your relationship with Richard Remington?
we didn't really have one, and now we definitely don't have one. But look, all I can say is that he was a coward who enjoyed watering down history for his own benefit.
What does that mean?
It
You can't
means
drink history.
There are some chapters of this swamp's history that he never wanted anyone to know about.
Did he like you sniffing around this museum all the time?
I don't think he knew, to be honest. And even if he did, there's nothing he could have done about it. He has no right to this building. He knows that. We both know that.
Folder's a sovereign citizen,
It was
I'm pretty
part of this
sure.
attraction, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't.
Just curious, do you have anything in here? No. Let's see, if I go this way, and that just goes up into the trees, and it leads to Lady Waybridge.
Oh?
What others think of him. Alright, I guess I can talk to people about that. Is there anything that I would show this strange fellow. No. Right. Let's go back this way and then go this way.
Try showing it to somebody different.
You want me to sign a photograph for you?
Okay, so they don't care.
That museum, which is it?
Yes. I want to go inside the building, that's the point.
There's a little door in the wall.
Oh, yes, I know him. He occasionally asks me about the history and biology of the swamp creature. I explained to him what the real Boggy looks like and how they changed his appearance for the cartoon character.
Oh, great.
Why did he ask about that?
Because some people are naturally curious. You should give it a try sometime.
Okay. Hit up the tree. Sure.
You should ask someone. Show it to
If I want to
someone
flail
who
around
doesn't.
blindly in the dark, Flan, that's my business.
I'm not even sure who that is.
Been here a long time. Well,
I recognize some of those men. Unfortunately, they've hunted in the swamp before.
Before it became a protected area?
Before that, yes. And one of them after that.
well, how about the
No, thank
rifle?
you. A fascinating old woman who lives in a wonderful treehouse. I heard she wasn't so keen on visitors, though. If you bring me something with liquid on it,
Okay. Guess I don't really have anything for them.
This is a 60-year-old journal. It was on display in a museum.
I know what it is.
I thought you might. I'm supposed to look to the past, right?
We've got another one of these.
Richard Remington
Nope.
built the museum because the swamp creature was hunted and killed.
Okay, not even close.
Lady Weybridge was living in the swamp when the swamp creature was hunted and killed. Ooh, that's nearly right.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Lady Weybridge was living in the swamp when the swamp creature was discovered by the explorers 60 years ago. Lady Weybridge. She was living here when Boggy was first discovered by the explorer.
Okay.
I've been looking into the history of this place.
Oh, really? Did you find anything?
Yeah. You.
You must be confused. You found me today when you barged into my house.
Well, that's what I do.
Remember?
You were already living in the swamp when the explorer came here 60 years ago.
The explorer? That man they talk about in the museum?
The one who originally discovered Boggy. You know who I'm talking about. His sketches and notes are the only real evidence we have for this creature.
You already have his journal. You learned to read, I assume. What else do you know?
I'm literate. You can't put that on me. Yeah, I've forgotten the thread of what is the answer here. I'm gonna go with the third one.
I think you
Nope.
opened the journal.
That was the first one. We got to do that through again.
Did you?
Yeah.
You found when you.
You were already.
You learned.
I mean, it could be this one.
I need you to tell.
Wow, I'm just really doing a bad job.
When you.
You were already. His sketches. There's a page missing from the journal. I think you know where it is.
I just didn't remember ever mentioning the page was missing.
Why on earth would I know something like that?
Because you were the only person here when the explorer visited the swamp. I have a suspicion that the swamp creature wasn't the only thing he discovered.
You're suggesting he gave me a page from the back of his journal. Or what, that I stole it?
I mean, I prefer this.
I really have no idea. If I could see it, I might be able to make up my mind.
It doesn't belong in a museum. It belongs here, with me. You understand?
What if I promise I'll return it after I finish clearing up this mess?
Then, I'll show it to you.
Is this you? He drew you into his journal? It's beautiful.
60 years ago, yes. He left the page with me.
Well, that's nice of him.
The rest of the world would manage without it.
I think there's something on the back. What's this? Footprints.
We've learned something today. I'd like to go back to the crime scene.
There are and back down.
Okay, that's kind of all I wanted to check. There. Do you have any new interesting clues for him?
I'm afraid I have no idea.
Let's see, I have that. Let's check the museum. Talk to Folder, maybe Folder would have a statement.
So, is that the missing page of the journal?
I think so.
It's an important artifact. It belongs in a museum.
Yeah, you're not wearing the right hat to be saying that.
Well, that's it. I'm still missing a costume piece or something. But wait, can I fast travel? Have I been able to fast travel the whole time? I have. I've been able to fast travel the whole time.
It's here a lot. I think he's been putting less effort into his protests recently, which is a shame. I think it's an admirable cause.
Do you talk to him much?
Not really. Sometimes he likes to talk, just casual conversation. He asks how business is going and what everyone likes to eat, nothing of real importance.
Yeah, that is what someone who poisons someone says.
Show it to somebody else.
7, 8. I'm now kind of committed to this last bit, but I am feeling a little stumped. Oh, how nice. It tells me I've missed something.
There's a hollow part. Note to self. Those trees are... Note to self. It's a fork in the road. Those trees... There's a hollow...
Something blinks back at me. How often does it do that?
There's a hollow... There's a hollow part.
Okay, no, it doesn't do anything. Okay. Let's see. Well, let's do a sweep, I guess.
I'm a busy man and...
And then talk about yourself.
Premier director, the king of wit and whimsy. You met him. You're a lucky man. He's been working with me for a number of years. A real expert, of course.
I have this now.
I don't really have time to be... Oh?
What is it? Some evidence?
Of course not. Wait, why did... No, back? I don't need to do that. Wait, can I just click these people?
What?
Ah.
Oh?
Reviewing all my notes. Wait, did I ask Burl about... Yes, I did. Okay. Nope, didn't mean to do that. Sorry, Flan, I'm just so... trying to get the last little bit here.
You have a lot of suspects on that list.
I do.
I don't know what to say. I don't know very much about them. You have a lot of... He was a friend for many years. If you have any questions about him or his belongings, I may be able to help you.
That's fine enough.
You're prime suspect, am I correct?
Well, technically, but I'm not even sure he's real.
Don't worry about that. Real or not, the creature's the most important part of this mystery.
Which one? The cartoon character or the real creature?
Yes.
Exactly.
That's what I expected.
Yeah, I have a pretty good view of him from here. Anyone supporting animal rights is okay in my book. His protests used to have a bit more energy, though. He spends more time inside his tent these days.
What's he doing in there?
I'm happy to say, I don't know.
There might be something I can ask Echo about.
Okay. See.
Echo spends less time
Okay.
holding the protest sign and more time in his tent. I wonder if Echo can tell me what he's been doing that's more important than his protest.
Finally.
I heard you've been spending less time protesting recently and more time, in your tent. Normally I wouldn't pry, but it's my job to ask.
Untouched people have even noticed something like that. I usually get the impression everyone else is doing their best to ignore me.
So, you admit it's true?
You can put your notebook away. There isn't really any reason for it. Nothing worth writing down, at least.
Well, if it's not worth writing down, maybe it's worth hearing.
In that case, you'd forget it.
How do you know? Maybe it would echo in my mind.
Look, if you take a guess...
Is the
at it
joke
right, I promise not
is
to deny.
good? Maybe that's
Let's work out why Echo was hidden away in his tent. Notebook time.
There's no reason for Ghost. Let's go ahead and see this.
You've been in your tent, hiding from Boggy.
Why not?
Okay, but
Show it to somebody.
Boggy is my prime suspect, you know. The creature you're trying to protect.
Protect is the wrong word. If your suspicions were correct, we could both agree he's a creature that doesn't need protecting.
You think he might be the murderer?
I think he's a wild animal, and he wants to be left alone at any cost. This is the journal, correct? The one that man left here 60 years ago?
You seem a little unsure of the details. Shouldn't you have read up on all this stuff?
Forgive me. It's hard for me to get the image of Boggy as the lovable cartoon character out of my mind. He's just so iconic. Did you know, in 1973...
like a Ubisoft hack.
But you're protesting to protect the real swamp creature.
Well,
the cartoon character is just some commercial byproduct, right?
Yes, of course.
I'll tell you when you're older.
No thanks, my friend.
Just checking.
I'm afraid I have no idea.
I was hoping I could scare him with that.
Show it to some... I have nothing to say about them. He seems like a good person. He even sympathizes with my cause.
He agrees with your protest? But he works here, right? And he was friends with Remington.
I think that was the only reason he worked here. Maybe he'll see the light now and leave the swamp behind him.
Maybe.
Maybe everyone will. You're asking the wrong person.
I mean, sure.
The murder victim.
Since last night, yeah. But he was the owner of Boggy's Bog. Did you know him?
Not personally. To be honest, I'm quite glad about it. A man who has sacrificed luxuries to protect those who need protecting. Pretty good beard, too. You're wasting your time with...
I'm being thorough.
I have nothing to say about... Ah, yes, Agent...
You know him?
We get on rather well. And we shared a number of views on the way things were run around here.
What?
You're not a bad detective.
Well, I found the photo in Remington's office. It was ripped up, though. I think he was some kind
He
of...
was a lot of things. Don't lose that picture. And show it to Mr. Harper before you leave.
I believe I did.
No thanks, my
Yeah, I'll check my
I
map.
think it's time I went to talk to Officer James.
Sure.
You finally returned. Well, did you find the swamp creature? Where is he?
I didn't find him.
Ding.
What? You're not getting paid to wander about aimlessly, Grimoire. Get back out there.
I don't need to.
Why not? I thought he was our prime suspect.
Not anymore.
Didn't you find photographic evidence of Buggy from last night? Let me see that photo.
Okay, we'll give him the
If
photo.
that's not Buggy, what is it?
I found designs for the costume in a trash can. Not only that, I collected all the pieces of the costume myself. Well, nearly all of them. There's still the one
But
that...
the footprints at the scene of the crime! How can you prove these don't belong to a real creature?
Let's go to the journal. Right, that was...
How can you prove these don't...
Wait, wasn't in the journal? Oh, right.
What's
Missing
this?
page.
I thought there were no records of a footprint anywhere.
No public records. The footprints at the crime scene don't match the ones on this page. They were just a product of these slippers. A part of the costume.
But Grimoire, this costume, it doesn't have claws of any kind. How do you explain the 3 wounds on the victim's chest?
The prongs match up with the wounds perfectly. The handle's even covered in slime, see?
But this swamp slime was one of the reasons Buggy became a suspect in the first place. Surely this only incriminates the creature further.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? But that
A creature
slime,
with a
it's
fireplace poker.
not exactly what you think. This stuff is an uncanny resemblance to the so-called swamp slime. A bunch of it was stolen from the storeroom of the cafe, which reminds me.
What is that exactly?
A poisoned hot dog. It's the second reason that the murderer broke into the storeroom. He put this green powder on the entire supply, just to make sure.
To make sure of what?
To make sure Remington got ill and had to return to his office.
Remington went back to his office? Alone? I've been looking through your evidence, Grimoire. One piece in particular seems critical to me. I think we need to work out.
Video footage? Vincent Vanderpeer filmed it last night. At
It
the
Remington, yeah, like the rifle.
corner, I believe.
Well, exactly. I think we can both agree these sounds in the background. They're essential in our mystery.
Oh,
Would you talk me
great.
through them? Just rearrange the descriptions on the left to match the sounds on the right. Drag them around and keep swapping until you're happy with the order. And if you want to hear the sounds again, you can tap on them.
No problem. I can always check my case file if I want to go over my notes.
Okay, grabs the metal poker. Fires hunting rifle. Creaking. Over drop, metal poker in the office. Planks, rips, outcrop. Open running office door. Fire. Maybe that. Uppercut. Office. Do that. Just done when it's done. Just automatically finishes if I... Put this here. Put that there. This feels like it's right, but murder victim.
Just rearrange the descriptions on the left to match this. Drag them, and if you...
No problem. I can open.
Okay. Right.
I think that's it.
Ah, excellent. There's just two small details bothering me. First of all, if Remington ripped off a piece of his curtains, why wasn't it found at the crime scene? What happened to it?
Turns out the murderer took
There
a
we
piece
go.
of fabric and concealed it inside the head of the costume. Then he fled the crime scene to hide all the parts in different areas of the swamp.
Ah, well, that's my problem. If Remington fired his rifle, how did the assailant survive and manage to escape? Did Remington miss his target?
At point blank? A man of his experience? I don't think so. In fact, the answer to that question is the very last link in our chain.
the one thing that has eluded me so far.
Well, it's eluding me right now.
I'll drag the clue items from the left onto my drawing here, and we'll see what happens when we compare the pieces I collected with the original design I found.
Well, that's a cute caption. I mean, I would let that thing babysit my kids.
Wait, you never found the body piece, the torso.
You're right, and I never would have found it. Not lying around. Not like the others.
But what does this have to do with the murderer surviving the rifle shot?
This torso is probably made out of some thick material, something covering the culprit's entire upper body. I believe it may have even been enough to
soften the impact from a bullet. Aha!
Exactly.
Well, let's put your theory to the test. Where is that last piece of the costume?
Oh, goodness. Maybe at the protest? Because if it... in the tent? That's my guess.
How? We looked everywhere. Not a single clue.
Simple. He's still wearing it.
I don't know what you want with me. Sounds like you two were smart enough to uncover the real criminal in this swamp, and lucky enough to have somebody else deal with him for you.
Well, how nice.
Out, he had his rifle on him. He got half a glance at me and pulled the trigger without hesitation.
But why would he do that? You were dressed as Buggy. He shouldn't be pointing his gun at a unique scientific specimen, not to mention his main attraction.
You're right. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense, does it? Not unless you're in on the secret.
Alright, so... the hunting photo leads me to believe...
The hunting photo leads me to believe Richard Remington was here to hunt Boggy. A secret society, an order of hunters, seeking out mysterious and elusive creatures.
The order goes further than this one man, and
Echo
much
is very
further
upset.
than this one swamp.
The whole thing is kind of distressing. I knew something was wrong as soon as I stepped into that office.
I'm glad you've finally come around. It's not just
But what about Remington? He was a member of this order?
He made Boggy his own personal project, his own obsession. For years he hunted the creature, the potential perfect addition to his collection.
But he owned the tourist attraction. He set it up himself, didn't he?
He did. It was just his way of forming a legal loophole. Since the area became protected, he and his friends were unable to come here for hunting anymore. Boggy's Bog was just a front for his own little game. A man pursuing a creature.
A creature that might not even exist.
And that's why Remington kept a rifle nearby at all
I
times?
exist.
Well, exactly.
That's good enough for
he
me.
didn't want to take any chances.
Now, don't you see? I did this place a service. Did Boggy a service. That creature, he can live in peace again.
Can he? You tried to frame him for murder. You wanted everyone to think he was some kind of ruthless predator?
Well, think about it. Once he became suspected of murder, they'd have no choice but to shut this whole place down. Everyone would finally realize they had no business here.
I guess this isn't really a...
But he's not a killer. You're the one who... You're...
Detective.
You... It's...
It's finished. Well, don't be angry. You should be glad. It's finally time to leave the swamp. You have another job to do.
But I want my hat.
I don't know.
Not that it makes any difference to somebody like you, but I never intended to kill him. Just to scare him. Convince him Boggy wasn't going to let him live here in peace any longer. But, true to form, he had his rifle on him. You worked out the rest yourself.
I'm just gonna ... on that one.
Well, Mr. Everstone, I'm afraid you'll still have to come with us. Fortunately, there's a police station just a few miles down.
Hey, wait!
Earlier I said that was a very, dateable little creature. That's probably still true.
Aha! Looks like you solved more than one mystery tonight.
Hey! Well, we did it. I still wonder if Armor Games is the same Armor Games that used to make all those Flash games back in the day. I guess I could look that up, but why? Aaron Hansen's in this game? Oh, thank you!
Grimoire.
Well, what did they decide to do?
We had Mr. Everstone question.
So I see question marks here. Can I elucidate something?
He knew. A number of rumors going around the department have been confirmed.
And Remington's office?
Searched down to the last detail. And well, we agree with you, but I know what you're thinking. I'd love to put an end to it, just the same as you. But there's always...
Are we going after them?
We better be.
I don't actually know if they made any more of these games. I'd have to look. But yeah, if that's a thank you for the applause, and if you've got a question there with those question marks, I can try to answer. But and I guess I can click Armor Games. That would tell me. Yep, it's the same Armor Games where all those Flash games live. Didn't expect that. I appreciate a nice little game here. I may not be the smartest tack in the shed, which is why I don't know how that expression goes, but yeah, I guess that'll be everything for today. Thanks for joining me, question mark guy. Being here at the end of that. Yeah, Flawn's here, thanking you too, apparently. I don't know if Flawn knew about these. Sharpest with attitude. No, I have no attitude. But yeah, thanks for dropping by. I'm probably going to go to sleep and investigate the fact that I'm apparently being watched, and I will see someone sometime eventually. Good night. You too.